Welcome back to Newsday. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now joining us to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from all around the world, Rise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni and Dayo Shobowale. Mr. Emmanuel Efeni, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Cynthia.
Good afternoon.
You're already laughing. Good afternoon, Dayo. Yes, we'll start the review with this Nigeria's newspaper of record. Well, we'll just start from where Dayo left off. The story above the masthead. Ndume to Tinubu, there will be consequences for moving CBN departments fan to Lagos. Says president being misled by Aso Rock cartel. Well, this argument has been on. Well, Ndume, perhaps as a ranking senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I think we expect better intervention from him, even if he were to complain about this movement, but not in a manner that is likely to heat up the polity and create division in our nation. Yes, everybody wants to scramble for something for his region. I'm sure the Niger Delta people will tell you that they want all the oil companies to move their headquarters to the Niger Delta, where of course, they operate, but what the president has done, and should be looked at it on its merits, because they're talking of efficiency. The CBN headquarters in Abuja is congested. They have buildings here that used to house the entire CBN. So if the president, look, instead of crowding yourself in this place, let some department move to Lagos. In any case, most of the banks, they have their headquarters here. Wow. So what is the...
And the customers too?
Yeah, well, not necessarily the customers. The fact that they supervise the banks. And most of the banks, if not all, have their headquarters in there. So if you move one department, not even the entire CBN. So to try to use that to heat up the polity, I think it's unbecoming of a ranking senator of the Federal Republic, who is also the chief whip.
For in charge of the discipline of
the ruling party. So there should be... This is one problem I have with Nigerian politicians. If you have the same party, you don't come out to start threatening the president, there will be consequences. It's the president of Nigeria, not the president of a region.
Yes.
And all states voted for him. You may say, okay, he did not get this percentage in that state. So, as the president, you can't be threatening him with, oh, there will be consequences.
His own party.
It's unbecoming of a ranking senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Great thing.
Yesterday, Chief Femi Okuno, former Minister of Works in his 90s, he was on our program yesterday and was talking like, look, Nigeria should be like Lagos. In fact,
that's right. Everybody's
the Lagos we used to know, not the Lagos of Mama Ikeshuko, the Lagos we used to know, where Nnamdi Azikiwe, born in Zungeru, parents from Onitsha, won election
City
in Lagos.
Council elections.
So that unity, I think there's strength in unity. So of people course. Like Ndume should not bring this divisive tendency, clannish sentiment, regionalism. Yes, we want proper federation, but we can live happily together. So he has not done well with this kind of statement coming from somebody who is a ranking senator. So I agree totally with you.
For the first time.
I don't want to emphasize
Mark it on your calendar.
Yes. Now the lead story of this day at bilateral talks. Blinken says Tinubu's reforms are bold, discloses U.S. entrepreneur eager to invest in Nigeria, canvasses ease in capital repatriation. Yes, just as Anthony Blinken was meeting with President Tinubu yesterday, on his entourage was the MD of Chevron.
Okay.
And they announced a major deal. I'm sure somewhere in this in the bulletin, a major deal of over $1 billion coming in for oil exploration in Escravos area. That's in Delta State. Anyway, let me, for your information, if you're still wondering where Escravos is. And this, I think, is a plus for the Tinubu administration, because when Shell and others are pulling out in some of their, especially their onshore, Chevron is coming in big with investment. So that's some direct foreign investment, and you can credit.
That's offshore.
Yes, but they are saying lower offshore, lower, which means also swamp. It includes some swamp exploration around the Escravos area.
The oil is.
Yes, so
wherever the oil is.
Anthony Blinken's trip, yes, there are gains, of course, economic gains, and trying to strengthen ties with America. We are the biggest, one of the biggest trading partners, major trading partners with America. But also there's political
issue.
You know the political issue.
Of course.
With Russia having a foothold now in Niger Republic.
Yes.
Of course.
And then climate change.
Yes.
You know, the resistance of fossil fuel. You see, America is facing reality now. He is talking oil. Whereas at the World Economic Forum and all that, they are all for moving away from fossil fuel to cleaner energy. Do you get me? But they are still talking, that's fossil fuel.
Yeah. But when you say that Tinubu's reforms are bold, I'm sure those who are feeling the pinch of these reforms will say this kind of boldness that is not bringing succor to the average Nigerian.
You see, I am one, you know. Do you get me?
I know.
Because
I was speaking on your behalf.
It's because this laissez-faire capitalism until they don't push us inside the gutter. You get me?
Yeah.
It is a veiled, it is a double-edged compliment. I don't buy it.
Well,
I don't buy it.
But we
so
just
the government should be careful.
No, but we just look forward to the government doing more to ensure
to
that
intervene.
the gains of these bold reforms
it's a double-edged sword.
as quickly as possible.
Double-edged sword.
Yes, let's look at other stories. The Punch newspaper, kidnapping epidemic, Kanu. 9 others more, death sentence, life jail. Kanu, Benue, Anambra, others committed to death sentence for convicts officials. IG orders intelligence gathering on abductors, kidnappers, landlords risk 20-year jail.
I will support anything that will deter these criminals from kidnapping people.
Yes.
Or just turning our security upside down. Yes. Anything to deter them.
Let me just add other newspapers reporting security. Daily Trust newspaper, 8 killed as fresh violence erupts in Plateau. Mosque, churches, houses burnt. 24-hour curfew imposed in Monguno local government area. We have deployed troops, military, saying. Then the Daily Sun newspaper reporting, Plateau boils again. Plateau boils again. Well, also talked about the situation in Plateau of the 16 lawmakers. You talk of the 16, what do you call it now? The appeal court lawmakers. That's what I want to call them. And of course, the 16 sacked PDP. Yesterday, both were not given access to the sitting, and the speaker came out to address the PDP 16 lawmakers who were sacked. That for now, he has received an injunction that the status quo ante should be maintained. And you ask, what's the status quo ante? But there's clearly injustice, wrong judgment, obvious to all lawyers. So there has to be,
even non-lawyers.
Yes, there has to be a redress one way or the other. And one of the proposals put forward by Sam Amadi, our analyst, who is also an associate professor of law, is that once there's injustice, there has to be a remedy. They should return to the court, not for the court to re-adjudicate, but to correct the error.
That's political.
And I think that's what should be done.
Man, you are talking of the political one created by the judiciary. Only God knows how that. But they are killing people here. Churches, poverty rates.
Now,
and the governor has imposed 24-hour curfew.
Yes, the problem in Mango local government, before and after the Christmas Day massacre, where over 200 persons were killed, is still there. Skirmishes between Fulani headers and the locals. So now there's curfew But the security agencies must move quickly to ensure that they don't have a repeat of where over 200 persons were massacred before they moved in. I think it's against that backdrop because the governor met with the security agencies and they agreed that there should be a 24-hour curfew. But if we don't bring people to book who perpetrate this kind of violence, burn houses, kill people, then there's incentive for them to carry on because the law is not taking any pound of flesh from them by way of bringing them to book.
Government must protect people's lives. That's the job of government. That's the social contract that people have with government when they voted them into power.
As if government is not doing anything, let's just point out something. The New Telegraph newspaper, insecurity. IGP orders posting of 54 ACPs nationwide. Federal government inaugurate Abuja Kaduna Highway Security Solution Committee. Then Wike Malls, total ban on registered taxis, buses in Abuja. So government, they are making some effort.
Slow motion better than no motion.
Yes.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We appreciate your review as always.